All right, good morning. Again, my name is Tyler Russell. I'm the co-founder of Storied Boards, and a little bit of overview about what we do. So we are a retailer of vintage reclaimed lumber. So what that means is we go and we find highly distressed barns, mills, factories, and we go and reclaim the materials. We have three main product lines: barn board, beams, and flooring. And what makes us different is that we research, document, and pass on the history with every single piece that we sell. So you're not just getting an anonymous piece of barn board from some barn in New England. You're getting materials from the Sims family 1880s barn in Reigate, Vermont. And we'll go through a little bit of our process and talk about the buildings themselves and how they've been reused. So first up is the Parker Dexter 1840s barn, which was built in Topsham, Vermont. You can see the barn in the background with the Knox House, which was an inn, in the forefront. This picture was taken about 1940. And here's a picture of the barn from the same perspective in 2013. So as you can see, the Mount Knox house is no longer there, fell into disrepair, and the local fire department actually burnt it down to the ground as opposed to tearing it down. And the barn was close to that status. So what we do is we go in and we reclaim the structure nail by nail. So this project, it was a 40 by 80 barn, 4 stories tall, very large, and we took 4 weeks with 4 guys pulling every single nail by hand. So as you see there, right now we're taking off the gray clapboard from the exterior of the building. And this is 3T Architects over in Troy, right on River Street. And they moved from Albany down to Troy. And as you can see, they repurposed that gray clapboard as an accent wall in their new office. So a second project. This is the Sims family 1880s barn in Reigate, Vermont, circa 1895. And as you can see, right on the porch, well, you can barely see, there's John Sims on the porch. He was a Civil War veteran, fought in 3 battles with the Massachusetts 45th Regiment out of Massachusetts, and 3 battles in North Carolina. Lots of great history. Came back from the war, settled. This is his father's house. In the picture, the house is actually 75 years old, and as you'll see here, the house is still standing. So from the same perspective in 2012, you have the house and the barn. This is the largest barn we've ever reclaimed, 50 by 100, again, 4 stories tall. This is a 5-week-long project. 4 tractor-trailer loads for the lumber that we obtained. And this is the interior of the barn. This is the highest loft floor. There's actually 2 more floors below this perspective, and lots of great brown barn board on the interior, and lots of cool beams. So here's a reuse of those materials. This is a pool house / garage, unique setup over in Rutland, Vermont. So we kept the materials in state, and you can see all that awesome character of the wood in this project. And this is our highest profile project that we've ever worked on. This is restaurant Gabriel Crother. So it just opened up on Bryant Park in Midtown Manhattan on Wednesday. Gabriel Crother is a James Beard award-winning chef, and our beams, as you can see from the Sims family barn, are front and center throughout the design. So we've gotten great feedback and look forward to going down there and checking out this funky, cool design in person sometime soon. And actually, we had a customer, a client in Manhattan, already go in, stop into the restaurant this past week, and sign off on getting beams that are very similar. So you use these commercial projects as a great tool to sell. And then last example today is the William Odell 1870 barns up in Weavertown, New York. So these barns were in the Adirondacks, and this is the coolest picture we've ever been able to find. This is taken in 1894. You see the guys in the background, and obviously staged, but lots of cool. And this is a really cool picture. So these are the barns in 2014. What was unique about this project was that normally they're highly distressed. There's a hole in the roof, wall is falling down, foundation is failing, but these barns were in excellent condition. What's in their place now is a warehouse. So they were literally going to be crushed up, put into dumpsters, hauled away. But we were able to go in and save not only all the materials, but also save the frames, which we'll show a video where we're actively selling the frames to keep them intact. but all the barn board and stuff was repurposed. And this is a coffee shop, Saxby's Coffee. They're based out of Philadelphia, expanding within Western Pennsylvania and Western New York. And this is a shop that just opened a few months ago in Rochester, New York. And this is a video about the William Waddell barn frames that Dale from 32 Mile Media put together for us to help sell our products. William Waddell was born in the Adirondacks, born in Johnsburg, New York, in 1837, and the Waddell family was really well known throughout the area for commerce. They owned a trading company based in North Creek, New York, and they also were investors in the Short Line Railroad to get supplies in and out. What Storied Boards does is that we research, document, and pass on the history with every single structure, and this is like no other. William Waddell and his legacy should continue to carry on along with the structures. When we first saw the barns, it was clear that there was something special, and they were meant to be reclaimed and put up and the history preserved in all of its glory. They literally would have been crushed up, put into a dumpster, and hauled away. And we came in and we said, no, let's preserve it. Let's preserve the history. Let's preserve these structures, and let's write another chapter. Well, we can see these barns very easily being repurposed into a residence, and a spectacular residence at that. You have really, really unique barn frames that are highly functional and that are they were professionally done in 1870, and they show all of that character in 2015. So where do we go from here? We've got our three main product lines: barn board, beams, and flooring. What we're organically growing. We doubled our revenue year over year last year, and we're going to do the same this year. But we're going to expand through product line expansion. So we're adding in manufacturing of products. First one up is fireplace mantles. So imagine you take a beam that we have readily available, you cut it into a 5-foot section, sand it, finish it, and you turn this beam into a highly valuable piece of furniture, basically, for a house. So we're going to launch that here, hopefully in the next few months, and do an e-commerce thing and sell directly to consumers online. And so product expansion is next. And then how can you help? So obviously feedback. Love to hear feedback, let you know what you think of the business, where you think we should go, and what you like, what you don't like. Number two is awareness. So we're always, we've been around for 3 years, but not well known locally or within the New York, New England region, or we could be better known. Everybody could be better known. So spread the message, spread the word about what we do and our products and why we're different. And then 3, networking. So our bread and butter, we have a premium product, and we love to connect with architects, interior designers, high-end builders, developers, and they are recurring. So we get multiple, like that restaurant down in Bryant Park. We worked with the architect on a few different hotel projects, and lo and behold, we got into this restaurant, Gabriel Crother. So connecting with those individuals is recurring, and it helps us out. So with that, let's open it up for questions.